Apple A17 Pro is designed by Apple and manufactured by TSMC. It is used in iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max models only. Technology node is 3 nanometer, and the Apple A17 Pro features an Apple-designed 64-bit 6-core CPU with 2 high-performance cores running at 3.78 GHz and 4 energy-efficient cores running at 2.11 GHz. On a second place is Google Tensor G3, which is manufactured by Samsung using 4 nanometer process, and it has 1 core Cortex X3, 4 cores Cortex A715 and 4 core Cortex A510. Here on a third place we have a CPU Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which is designed for Galaxy devices. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy has an increased primary clock speed from 3.2 GHz to 3.36 GHz and increased GPU clock speed from 680 MHz to 1.9 MHz. And of course it's manufactured by 4 nanometer process by TSMC, not by Samsung itself. Let's start the preparation. On the left side, iPhone 15 Pro Max with 8 GB of RAM, in the middle Pixel 8 Pro using 12 GB of RAM, and on the right side Galaxy S23 Ultra again with 12 GB of RAM. So all of these three devices are using beta versions of the software. On the iPhone we have iOS 17.2, which is developer beta. For Pixel we have beta 2 of Android 14, and Galaxy is using Android 14 and One UI 6 beta 9. We are clearing all the recents in the background, and we can see the temperature which devices are started is around 23-24 degrees for the three of them, so they are pretty cool at the beginning. Finally, we can check the battery level. We can see the iPhone is 81% battery life, the Pixel is 84 and Galaxy is 94, and we can start finally the Antutu benchmark. Antutu is one of the most popular benchmark apps for Android devices and iOS devices. It tests many parts of your device and assigns an overall score, and the results are featured regularly in online reviews. So we can see how they are going. iPhone is already 96% and it's uploading the result, and it's already done. Very high results for the iPhone, and Galaxy is ready too. And finally the Pixel, we can see how low the result on the Pixel is. And what's happened, we have 1524604, and for the iPhone we have 1578532 for the Galaxy and 1167827 for the Pixel. The lowest result is for Pixel, and the winning here is the Galaxy with the highest score. We have battery drop to 79% on the Pixel, it is 79 again on the iPhone, and it is 87 for the Galaxy. The temperatures, we are waiting a little bit to cool down the process, and we are starting Geekbench 6. Personally, I don't like this test because when Android devices start catching the iOS devices, what Geekbench do is just they remove Geekbench 5 and create Geekbench 6, which again give advantage to the iOS devices. But you can see a very high score here for the iOS devices, which is incredible. Single core of 2906 and multi-core is 7189, which is very high result. Galaxy is on a second place with 2011 single core, and multi-core is 5287, which is a lot lower than the iPhone. In a multi-core section, iPhone just demolished the Galaxy, but I even will not comment Pixel because the result is a lot worse than the other two in the test. And here we are starting finally Wildlife Extreme Stress Test, which is the 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme Stress Test. Is a longer test that shows how the device performs under long periods of heavy load. It mirrors mobile games in which the gameplay loop is a longer, more immersive experience. The Wildlife Extreme stress test uses the same scene as a Wildlife Extreme benchmark running in a loop of 20 minutes. So we are testing these devices for 20 minutes. Of course, the video is fast forward because we don't want to waste our time and watch 20 minutes of gaming on the three devices, but we'll see the result. Instead of producing a single core, the main result from the stress test is a chart that shows you how the device performance changed during the test. This chart can help you understand how your device managed performance and heat during heavy use. And what's happened here, Galaxy is around 41 degrees, Pixel is 39 and iPhone is 40 degrees almost, which the cooler device is the Pixel. And now we can start checking the results, what's really happened here. Stability, which is 64.2% for the iPhone, 68.7% for the Pixel and 57.1% for the Galaxy. But what is strange here, guys, how this test is showing you the results, because yes, the Pixel is very stable, 68% of almost 69% of stability, but you can see the results. Best loop score is 2417, which is very low result, and you can see the results of the iPhone and of the Galaxy, which is almost twice that number, and 3819 for the Galaxy and 73 for the iPhone, which is very high result. But the lowest loop score here for the Galaxy is 2180. Here for the iPhone is 2487 for the iPhone, and here better performing is the iPhone, because it's not going so low as the Galaxy. The Pixel is very low result. Yes, it's stable, but the result is very low because Google cut the performance of this CPU. If they don't do this, probably the G3 CPU will start overheating. We can see here every loop performance range on the Galaxy, and we can see the final results, which is the battery, and it is dropping 11% battery on the Galaxy, and the temperature was starting 32 degrees and becoming to 44, very high temperature for the Galaxy. And also a frame rate, you can see it is going from 10 FPS to 28 FPS, which is a lot of FPSs on the Pixel. We are going from 76% to 67% battery life drop, from 33 degrees to 45 degrees, which is a lot. And FPS is becoming from 6 to 17, which is a low result. Here on the iPhone we can see the battery life is going from 75 to 65, 10% battery drop, and the frame rates are going from 10 to 31, which is a lot on the Galaxy. The highest FPS was 28. Here on the iPhone it is 31. Temperature here is not showed, but we know that the iPhone starts around 30 and is going to 45 degrees, just like the Pixel, but with a lot higher results. And for the conclusion, of course, with this stress test, the iPhone is with the best score. On the second place is Galaxy, but stability is very close. And on the third place, with a very low result, I think it's even lower than the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, is Pixel 8 Pro. And that was it for today's, guys. Thanks for watching, and of course, have a nice day.